Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. This is Krista Q, and this video is like at least a week overdue. I've been having some serious health issues and just life issues because it's 2020 and who isn't, but instead of doing a monthly melt basket, since we're already like 7 days into the month, I decided to pull a whole bunch of stuff, and we're going to do like an 8-week melting basket. So this is going to be my September, October melts. And as such, it is going to be all fall themed stuff. Well, pretty much. Things I melt in the fall. I don't just have one basket, I actually have 3 because it just wouldn't fit all in one. So I am going to, if anyone is interested, by the way, all these cute little decorations came from the Dollar Tree. These little scarecrows are older, and the pumpkins and the little sign all came from the Dollar Tree this year. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to pull the little baskets that are actually here on the table first to get those over with, and then I'll pull the big mama basket here in a minute. So hopefully this won't be like an hour long. I'm going to try to go as fast as I can. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. So let me see. There's one. Okay. In this first basket, I've got a whole bunch of Scentsy stuff. Well, a whole bunch for me. I don't really do a lot of Scentsy, but this one is new to me. This is Caramel Apple Craze. This is just a really good caramel apple scent. And I think it's kind of cool because the wax is a different color than the label. It's usually not how they do it. Still working on apple butter frosting. This is not very far back. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Let me just move this over so you guys can see more of the actual stuff. There we go. Also, sorry for my little boo-boo on my finger. But, yep, see, I've got 5. Do they still call them cubes? They're not really cube-shaped. I don't know. Ramona would have to tell you. She's my Scentsy lady. Still working on churro as well. I mixed this with apple butter frosting, but they're actually both really good on their own. And butter pecan. And that one smells to me kind of like butter pecan ice cream, which I guess is like the point. I've got everything all mixed up in here, so I'm sorry these won't be like sorted very well by vendor. This is Invasion of the Body Snatchers from Super Tarts, and I am gonna pop that open because this is an older one from back when she did. See, there's like an alien abduction, a little cow. I don't know if you can see the cow, but he's on there. She, I guess. That was back when she did the decorative clamshells. Let me see if I see any other Super Tarts right off. Here's one. Goldberg's. And this is a really good like caramel rich oatmeal cookie scent. I love it. From Better Homes. This is an old one. This is from a Christmas, I don't know how many years ago, salted caramel grams. It is, you can kind of see, it is kind of getting like a weird discolor. I need to go ahead and melt that. It's another one that's really, really good, but it's really rich. From Kroger, Oak and Rye, Pumpkin Snickerdoodle. Oh, I lost my extra light. Oh well. This is one that I just bought the other day, and I actually have already melted some because I wanted to see if I need more, and I do. It's really good. Another older Better Homes. This is from, I think, 2 years ago. Pumpkin S'mores Latte. This, to me, I think this is the one. No, I don't know what that smells like. There's another one. I think it's called like pumpkin marshmallow topping or something that smells like pumpkin pecan waffle to me. Here's another from Kroger, from Tuscany Candle, and this is pumpkin apple. And I mean, it's very similar, I think, to the Bath and Body Works apple pumpkin or pumpkin apple. Oh, that scared me. My background thing came down. I'm gonna fix that while I talk. Sorry guys, I'm just having all kinds of like technical difficulties tonight. It's just not my evening. If that falls again, it'll probably terrify me again, but we're just gonna keep going because I don't redo my videos. I don't edit my videos. I just don't have time for that. Okay. From L3 Waxy Wonders, I have 2 this month, I think. I have Hufflepuff, which is fresh baked cookies, sweet cinnamon sugar, and pumpkin pasties. And it is pasties, it's not pastries. I know some people get all bent out of shape. And The Burrow, which is my favorite scent from her, and it's fresh baked cinnamon rolls with extra brown sugar and vanilla frosting. This is the best cinnamon roll scent from anyone, anywhere. Hands down. Okay, I think my only southbound is Ghostly Brew, which is spooky blend of cider donuts and vanilla bean Noel, all brewed into one ghostly treat. This is very similar to Alien from Super Tarts, if you've ever had that. I've got a whole bunch of Rose Girls. I've got an older one. The bag is in horrible shape. Dunk My Donut Cupcake Noel. This is a really good one for this time of year. A few little pieces left of banana bread carbs. I got Carbs Noel recently as a sample, and oh my gosh, that's amazing, and I need more immediately. I think that's all in this one. Here is apple fritter. Her apple fritter is really good. My husband doesn't like apple bakery, but he likes apple fritter from Jenny, if that tells you anything. Donut holes. And opposite of keto. Is that all of my Rose Girls this month? I feel like there's more, so I may pop some out by surprise here shortly. This is actually from Tiffany Candles, back when she was Tiffany Candles, and the label is pretty much all gone, but it says Elm Street. This is a secret house blend that she has with VCS, actually. And it would be the only thing I would probably order from her ever again for, but honestly, with the overall decline in quality in her stuff, I just really can't see myself ordering from her again, and I'm sad about it. But I've already talked about that in another video. Here is I think she used to call these bling blocks or something. They're like sparkly chunks. This is the same scent in Vintage Chic Scents wax. So I can still get it whenever Kirby decides to pour it, so at least there's that. Also from BCS, here is what is left of a loaf of Spindle Curse Embeds 5 Families Overpour. And according to the label, that is cinnamon glazed snickerdoodle, I guess, donuts, marshmallows, birthday cake, vanilla bean Noel, sugar cookies, whipped cream, vanilla wafers, and cannolis. Oh my gosh, that's a lot going on, but it's a really good scent, a really good blend together, and I'm going to miss it. Here's my last couple pieces of Greatest Show on Earth. I did not like this as much on warm as I did on cold, but that's okay. More VCS. These were individual shapes of Sanderson Sisters and Autumn in Salem. And you can see the scent notes there, but I love those scents together. I actually had them in a loaf that was made kind of like that other one, with like the one scent was the shapes and one was the overpour. And she's never done that again that I know of, so I bought a bunch of shapes and chopped them up myself and have stored them together, so I'm hoping that'll kind of melt down the same way. I still have this guy, Bath & Body Works Toasted S'mores. Very good s'more scent, and I promise I will do a candle chopping video at some point. I just have to find the time. Sorry, I have hiccups. Everything that could go wrong is going wrong tonight, but you know what? You guys are just gonna have to hang out with me and roll with it like I am. From Dessa's Apple Toffee Shortbread. This is, let me see if I can get that to focus better. This is a pretty self-explanatory scent. It's just a really good apple bakery. It's even better on warm than it is on cold. A lot of Dessa's stuff, it really doesn't like come to life until you get it on the heat. Like this one. This smells like almost nothing to me on cold, Haunted Carnival, but on warm, it's a really good like circus concession type blend. My little chopped up cake of the Amish Baker from Nana Makes Sense. It's a really good one. I'm super glad I have it. I'm excited to melt it. I'm trying to kind of put this basket back together as I go so I don't have a heinous mess on my hands later. In this basket over here, I have another chopped candle from I think 2 Christmases ago from Bath & Body Works, and it's sugared snickerdoodle. It's just chunks, nothing really to see there. And this is from back when I would get like several BAM bags of Super Tarts and put them into a bakery bag. This is Magically Delicious, and that is just like her Lucky Charms house blend. I don't usually melt that one on its own. It's funny, I loved it when I first started buying from Super Tarts, and then I took medicine for my brain tumors, and it changed my sense of smell, and now some things that I used to love, like that scent specifically, I don't like as much anymore, but I love blends with Magically Delicious in them, so I don't know what that's about. But, oh well. Speaking of Super Tarts, I have Snape. And I love, as I've said, that she still does the colors, like layered colors in the BAM bags. Snape is Magically Delicious sugar cookie, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's sugar cookie, cinnamon sugar donut, and something else. I think Magically Delicious is in it. I really don't know. Don't quote me. I never prepare for these videos like I should and like get scent notes. From VCS again, this is Rocky. And this one is without scent notes. Oh well. I know I got this from like a fall Cookie Monster sampler, so it must be similar to that with like added whatever makes it fall. Now this one does have scent notes on it. This is Black Cat Crunch, and it's just cider lane and whipped cream. It's similar to Ghostly Brew back there, but I actually think I like this one better. I didn't get to this last month. Honestly, I was kind of hoarding it, but I need to get over it. This is Fried Cinnamon Bonbon. This is another really good cinnamon roll scent, and those are few and far between for me because I'm very picky. Put this in here. 2 from Nana Makes Sense. I have sugar cookie and vanilla buttercream. And these are good. They're excellent blenders too. And the shapes are just adorable. Look at those. I'm still figuring out what I like and don't like from her, but in general, I like her stuff. Here's another Cookie Monster in Salem. And that is Autumn in Salem, which is, you see, pumpkin cinnamon sugar donut. And I don't know if there's anything else in that, because the rest of these notes I have written on here are from like Cookie Monster. But yeah, I have half of a regular rose, I think she calls them. Oh, another piece of Rose Girls. This was a sample, but look how honkin' those samples are. She is so generous. Cocoa, cappuccino, and vanilla crunch donuts. This is gonna be good. Like I can feel it coming in the air tonight. It's gonna be delicious. This I just ordered recently and got in, but this is a repurchase for me, Southern Fried Apples. And it's just like that fried dough note with cinnamon sugar and obviously red apples. And it's a really good kind of apple pie scent almost. Great for this time of year. One little baby sample spiced sugar cookies from Candles from the Keeping Room. I love all of her sugar cookie scents, so that'll probably be a bedroom melt because I do a lot of vanilla bakery in my bedroom because I'm strange, and there's just the one little tart. So, okay, some glitterati. I have, oh, I pulled 2 of these. I didn't mean to. Amish Kitchen Green Apple. I need to return one of those to the storage bin. I have Mac Apple, Amish Kitchen Apple Butter. And Amish Kitchen is just kind of a spicy bakery. It's really nice. I also pulled what's left of this chunk of Vanilla Buttercream Crunch. I'm not in love with this scent all on its own, but I will say I think it'll be a really good blender. So that's what I'm going to use it for. Okay, now I'm not going to put it up on the table, but you guys know my big honkin' basket, wicker basket, is completely full and overflowing, in addition to these 2 baskets I have up here. So that's what I'm saying. This is like 2 months worth. This is way more than 2 months worth of wax. Obviously, I will not get through all this, but I wanted to give myself a lot of options because I love fall. This is from Handworks, and it is her apple cider donuts. It's just one of her cool clamshells that are round. I love those. And this is September Birthdays from Satin Susie. I actually have a September birthday coming up. Look how pretty. And that is just Cider Lane, birthday cake, and marshmallow. I have one VCS scent shot, caramel apple Jackie O, and if I get that closer, you can see the notes. I'm so glad she does that now, like even on the samples. Did not get to this one from Kay. It's funnel cake. And she's got a really good funnel cake. Although, ooh, I think that my favorite one I've had so far is from BZ, actually. Here is, I already melted this once, but I got several of these in a clearance sale. So this is Amish Friendship Bread from Scarlet Rose Scents. This is nice. These were reduced to like 25 cents a tart, so screaming deal. But again, I don't know that I will order from her unless it's something like that. This is, I think, my last piece of wax from Mandala Melts. This is Werewolf, and that's, I want to say it's like pumpkin, marshmallow, and something else. I honestly don't remember, and it makes me sad, but her wax is good. It's just not, she's not a vendor I gravitate towards. She's not open frequently, and so, or at least in like when I'm looking to purchase, so just hasn't worked out for me. But I don't have anything negative to say about her wax. Here are 2 more from Kay, Snickerdoodle and Cider Donut. Here's another from that Smell Good shop, Pumpkin Flapjacks, if it will focus. There we go. And that one is kind of like pancakes and pumpkin pecan waffles. So it's just like an amped up pumpkin pecan waffles, honestly. I have a whole butt ton of these in here. I've got apple strudel. Sorry for the bags. I put them in the bags because he kind of overfills his cups, which is great and all, but then they kind of break and I'm afraid they'll lose scent. Caramel apple pie. Caramel apple bake. And yes, those 2 do smell slightly different, and they're both good. Apple fritter. I just kind of went nuts with my first order from him on apple scents. And cinnamon sugar donut. Excited for all of those. Let me see here. I've got a handful from my local vendor here. I've got another ooey gooey green apple, and that's like a layered green apple with marshmallow on top. She's got a good marshmallow. Another French toast. Another cider donut, if it'll focus. A farm stand apple, Bath and Body Works type. And Dutch apple crunch. And this one actually has her, that's the name of her group. Unfortunately, she does not ship, but if you're local, if you're in the Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky area, she meets up locally, and her stuff's really good. $1 each for those giant tarts. So, I mean, can't say enough about how good a deal that is. I'm checking. I got a handful from another local vendor. This is a vendor I don't think I'll be ordering from again, just because I haven't been super impressed with her stuff, especially lately. It's from Melt Your Heart Warming Tarts. I think she may have actually changed her business name or even stopped pouring because of COVID. I don't know. This is apple pie, honey buttered rolls, vanilla pumpkin, and her stuff is also like kind of super plain, and pumpkin marshmallow. Her stuff is very inexpensive, which is great, but it's kind of that kind of wax that I only melt like upstairs or downstairs, not on the main floor. And at that point it gets to kind of like, why even bother? So, yeah. Okay, I've got a handful here of That Smell Good Shop. Gooey banana zucchini. And this will not focus at all. There we go. Caramel apple. Mac apple. Apple harvest. Another apple harvest. And blue ribbon waffles. And I think this is like blue ribbon cookies plus waffles. I don't know. I have never smelled the blue ribbon cookie scent all on its own. I know only certain vendors have it. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of, well, okay, not a whole bunch, but quite a few, of sugar and spice. I'm only showing you one, but I've got like 3 Ghost Munch queued up, and this is like an apple based blend, like a caramel apple. I actually don't know what's in it. I don't think anyone but her and her team do, but it's good. Here's another one that's kind of her exclusive thing. This is cookie butter crack, and that's a really good name for it. It is so good. And then I've got 3 mystery melts. This one's more the color of Ghost Munch. Honestly, I think it's Ghost Munch and something else. And then these 2 are both kind of a creamier, whiter color, but they smell different. So we will just see. Excuse me. The only thing I don't like about her mystery tarts is, like, when I fall in love with one, what am I supposed to do? You know, I can't order it again. But, oh well. Okay, all of these are from Mainstays, and they're the little 93-cent ones at Walmart. But you should not count them out because they're actually really good, especially for the price. This is apple pumpkin. Another kind of generic Yankee or Bath and Body ripoff, but they're really good. Apple cider donut. This is like my favorite apple cider donut oil that some vendors have, and it's really, really good. And for 93 cents, hello. This one is new this year. This is salted caramel butterscotch, and oh my gosh, if you like rich, ooey gooey scents, oh, this one is for you. Now, if you're not into that, don't even waste your 93 cents because that's exactly what it is. Okay, I'm going to try to pick up my pace a little bit. I've got 1 clamshell from the Bathing Garden, and I am going to melt this on my birthday or around there. Faded Opulence. This is one of my all-time favorites. Oh, God, it smells so good. Ooh. look at, first of all, how beautiful this is. I love the attention to detail. But also, it reminds me of, it's like a cherry cola scent, but with a warm, spicy undertone. And it reminds me of a scent, well, of a drink. When I was little, Coca-Cola, 1 or 2 years in a row, did this thing called Coca-Cola Holiday Spice. And me and my dad drank that like it was going out of style. And they never brought it out again. And so I am always hoping that they will, but that's exactly what this smells like to me. So it also has like kind of a personal thing. My husband hates that one, but it's going to be my birthday this month, so I'm going to melt it anyway. Stranger Things from Super Tarts. And this is back when she did the decorative clams, and if you turn it over, it says, come on, focus. Waffle cone, vanilla wafers, upside down cherry cake, and cola. This is another cherry cola with bakery. This is a much more forward cherry scent. Oh, I should show you guys this was back when she did the embeds. Look at that little waffle piece. I love it. Okay. Let me see. Harry. This was an old decorative one, but I've broken it up so much it's not really decorative anymore. Magically Delicious and French Baguette. Grimes, which is coffee, applesauce, and donuts. Everyone in my family actually hates this one, but I don't want to, I've only got 4 cubes left, and I don't really want to like give it away or de-stash it or anything, so I'm just going to use it up. Beetlejuice. I like this one, but it is a little spicy for me. It's apple butter, oatmeal cookies, cinnamon, buttercream, and pancakes. The cinnamon is very forward, so it definitely deserves this label. If you look, I actually use like pieces of cubes at a time instead of a whole cube because it's that strong. But honestly, that means that I get a really good value for my money, so I'm not mad about it. Did not get to this one this last month. Ball Game, Cracker Jacks. If I don't get to it during this basket, it's going to wait until probably next fall. Ugh, you guys have heard me obsess about this one. Texas Chainsaw. Caramel apples, hot maple toddy, and French baguette. If you could put fall in your wax warmer, it would smell like this. It is heavenly. Heavenly. Trying to kind of sort these, and everything's just thrown in here because I'm an entire mess of a human being lately. Yeah. No rhyme or reason, nothing. Okay. Spiced pear from Tuscany Candle. I know it says pear. Yeah, this one just smells like a really spicy apple butter or apple cider to me, but it's really good. I remember the year it came out. I'm never sure if it'll come out again, so I bought like 12 clams, and then the very next year they brought it out, and I was like, okay. Also from Kroger, but from Oak and Rye, apple cinnamon swirl. Kind of generic, really cinnamony. That's one that I will probably mix this one from Glitterati with, because I just can't with all that spice. Vanilla pumpkin cream. This is another one. Yeah, kind of generic, but it's nice. It's not bad. I would buy it again. When they're on sale, you can get them for less than $2, so. Pure maple butter. This one is maple syrup drenched pancakes, and it is really, really nice. This one I would absolutely buy again. I think this is my second clam of it, actually. I have one of these. What is the brand name? It's D&D, but Darcy and David from Hobby Lobby. I buy these only when they're on sale. I don't really shop at Hobby Lobby a whole lot otherwise, but I do like the quality of these. And Grammy's Toffee is a really good name for that because it's very homemade toffee smelling. I've got like 6 or 7 more, guys. I'm already at like half an hour. I'm sorry. Orange cinnamon rolls. This is one of the new ones this year. I was so excited to get. Can't wait to melt it. Smells fantastic on cold. Here's an older one from my stash, Apple Cookie Crunch. I like this one because it's an apple cookie. Usually you get like an apple pie or an apple strudel or something like that. It's a legitimate cookie scent with apple, and I like that. Another old favorite, pumpkin marshmallow cream. And this one is like vanilla pumpkin marshmallow from Bath and Body Works. That's exactly what it's like. It's like an almost exact dupe. And I hoard that one every year. I love it. This one's new this year, pumpkin cider. And I don't know if I'd say there's any pumpkin in it. It's like an apple cider, but with like pear or something and like a touch of citrus. It's very interesting. It's really good on warm too. Caramel apple spice. With the word spice being in that one, I was a little bit afraid of it, but it's really good. Another new one this year, salted caramel buttercream. I'm a little bit worried about this one. It smells good, but it has almost kind of a perfumey note to it, to my nose on cold. So we'll see if that goes away on warm. And the last one I have here is my absolute favorite fall melt from like retail sources, and that's caramel bread pudding. And this one smells okay on warm, on cold. Oh, but on warm you get it heated up and it just absolutely will take over your house. It is so good. So I highly recommend that one. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna try to like hold my camera and back it up and just show you all of this insanity. But thank you guys so much for being here, for your patience with me. I'm going through a lot this year, but having my wax channel and making new friends and stuff has really helped me deal with that. And I just really appreciate you guys' support. And I hope that you have enjoyed this half-hour rambling rant about fall wax. And I will be back with some hauls in the next couple weeks. And I will be back with another melting basket in November, I think, probably first week or so of November. So until then, thank you guys so much for being here. And I'm going to back up a little bit and let's see, look at this. All of this. That basket. All of that. And then like down here too. Yep. My leggy. Yeah, so I've got a lot of fun stuff to melt for my birthday month and spooky month. So anyway, thanks again for being here. I'm so glad you guys have stuck around, and I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you guys again soon. Until then, thanks for stopping by.